I can't tell you where the chronic disease epidemic, I think it's probably cumulative.
There's a lot going on,
There's
so
a
it's
lot
not just one
our
culprit.
kids are swimming around in a toxic soup, but, we're now up to more than 54% of kids now have chronic disease. And I mean, one of the reasons I want to be president is to end that. Of NIH actually doing studies like this rather than suppressing them. And let's figure out what it is, why kids have chronic disease, and end it. It's costing us. I mean, during COVID, we have 4.2% of the global population. We had 16% of the COVID deaths. And that's probably a lot of reasons for that, but one of the reasons has got to be the burden that we have of chronic disease in our country. And we spend $4.3 trillion on health care every year in this country. 80% of that goes to chronic disease. So it's bankrupting us.
I wanted to talk to you about glyphosate because you brought it up. And one of the things I noticed when there was a test that came out, or a study that came out recently, that showed that an enormous percentage of Americans, it was somewhere in the 90% range, when they were tested, had glyphosate in their blood. And then I saw a bunch of apologists online that were saying that these numbers that they're used to detect are so minuscule. And then someone I talked to said, yes, but that is the average. So you're going to get some people that are exposed to tremendous amounts, and that it could be toxic levels. Then some people who are exposed to very, very little. This is the average. But there's no data on, is there data on long-term, even low-dose glyphosate in your system? Because
there's
glyphosate, we should just tell people is
glyphosate
Roundup.
is the active ingredient of Roundup, and Roundup was used. I mean, when we sued Monsanto, there's many diseases that are linked to glyphosate exposure, including non-alcoholic fatty liver cancers are very, very closely linked. A lot of kidney diseases, and then severe damage to the microbiome, because it's designed to kill plants, and there are structures in your gut biome that are critical structures in your gut biome, which have plant-like metabolisms which are destroyed by glyphosate.